Here are 5 dark traits of the INFP personality type. Number 1. Self-doubt. Self-doubt is a common dark trait associated with INFP personality types. INFPs may have a tendency to question their own abilities and may struggle to recognize their own strengths and accomplishments. They may compare themselves to others and may feel like they fall short of their own expectations or those of others. Self-doubt can have a number of negative consequences for the individual who experiences it. For example, it can limit their ability to take risks or pursue new opportunities, as they may feel like they are not capable or deserving of success. It can also lead to a lack of self-confidence and a negative self-image, which can affect personal relationships and career prospects. If you are an INFP who struggles with self-doubt, there are several steps you can take to address this dark trait. One important step is to practice self-compassion and to be kind and forgiving to yourself. Instead of focusing on your perceived weaknesses, try to focus on your strengths and accomplishments and give yourself credit for the things you do well. It may also be helpful to seek feedback from others, as this can provide an objective perspective on your abilities and can help you to recognize your strengths and areas for improvement. Another important step is to practice mindfulness and self-reflection. By becoming more aware of your thoughts and feelings, you can start to recognize patterns of negative self-talk and work to replace them with more positive and constructive thoughts. You may also find it helpful to seek support from a therapist or counselor who can help you to work through underlying emotional issues and develop strategies for building self-confidence. Number 2. Oversensitivity. Oversensitivity is another dark trait that is often associated with INFP personality types. INFPs are highly attuned to their emotions, and they may be easily overwhelmed by negative feelings such as criticism or rejection. This can lead to a tendency to take things personally and to become overly defensive or reactive in response to perceived slights or offenses. Oversensitivity can have a number of negative consequences for the individual who experiences it. For example, it can strain personal relationships and make it difficult to resolve conflicts. It can also lead to feelings of anxiety or depression, as the individual may feel like they are constantly under attack or that others do not understand or appreciate them. If you are an INFP who struggles with oversensitivity, there are several steps you can take to address this dark trait. One important step is to practice self-awareness and to become more attuned to your emotional responses. By recognizing when you are becoming overly sensitive or reactive, you can take steps to address these feelings before they escalate. Another important step is to practice self-care and to engage in activities that promote emotional balance and stability. This may include things like exercise, meditation, or creative expression, which can help to reduce stress and promote feelings of calm and well-being. It may also be helpful to work on building resilience and developing a more balanced perspective on life. This can involve reframing negative experiences as opportunities for growth and learning, and focusing on positive aspects of your life and relationships. Seeking support from friends, family, or a mental health professional can also be beneficial in building resilience and managing oversensitivity. Number 3. Emotional instability. Emotional instability is another dark trait that is often associated with INFP personality types. INFPs may experience intense emotional reactions to situations or events and may struggle to regulate their emotions effectively. This can lead to mood swings, impulsivity, and difficulty coping with stress or adversity. Emotional instability can have a number of negative consequences for the individual who experiences it. For example, it can strain personal relationships, as the individual may be prone to lashing out or withdrawing in response to emotional triggers. It can also interfere with work or academic performance, as the individual may struggle to maintain focus or motivation when experiencing intense emotions. If you are an INFP who struggles with emotional instability, there are several steps you can take to address this dark trait. One important step is to practice mindfulness and self-awareness and to become more attuned to your emotional reactions. By recognizing when you are becoming emotionally overwhelmed, you can take steps to manage your reactions and regulate your emotions more effectively. Another important step is to engage in activities that promote emotional balance and stability, such as exercise, meditation, or creative expression. These activities can help to reduce stress and promote feelings of calm and well-being, which can help to reduce emotional instability. It may also be helpful to seek support from a therapist or counselor who can help you to work through underlying emotional issues and develop strategies for managing intense emotions. Therapy can provide a safe and supportive environment for exploring emotional triggers and developing effective coping skills. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. Indecisiveness. Indecisiveness is a common dark trait associated with INFP personality types. INFPs may struggle with making decisions, whether big or small, as they tend to weigh multiple possibilities and options, consider different perspectives and potential outcomes, and aim for the best possible solution. However, this can lead to procrastination and missed opportunities, as INFPs may spend too much time ruminating over their options or second-guessing their choices. The fear of making the wrong decision can also cause anxiety and stress, leading to a vicious cycle of inaction and doubt. Indecisiveness can have various negative consequences, such as missed opportunities, lower self-confidence, and difficulties in personal and professional relationships. In particular, it can be frustrating for those around the INFP who may perceive them as indecisive or passive. To overcome indecisiveness, it can be helpful for INFPs to set clear goals, prioritize their values and needs, and seek external feedback and advice. For example, making a list of pros and cons, seeking advice from trusted friends or family, or consulting a professional can provide a structured and objective framework for decision-making. It's also important for INFPs to accept that some degree of uncertainty and risk is inevitable in life, and that mistakes and failures can provide valuable learning experiences. By taking action and making decisions, INFPs can gain confidence and self-trust, leading to a more fulfilling and successful life. Number 5. Idealism. Idealism is a dark trait associated with INFP personality types. INFPs tend to be deeply committed to their values and beliefs and have a strong desire to make the world a better place. They often have a vision of a better future and may work tirelessly to bring about positive change. However, this idealism can also have negative consequences. INFPs may become disillusioned or disheartened when they see the gap between their ideal vision and the harsh reality of the world. They may struggle with feelings of hopelessness or frustration, which can lead to depression, anxiety, or a sense of detachment from the world around them. Moreover, INFP's idealism can sometimes lead to a sense of moral superiority or self-righteousness. They may judge others harshly for not living up to their standards or not sharing their vision, leading to conflict or alienation in personal or professional relationships. To overcome the negative aspects of idealism, it can be helpful for INFPs to balance their idealism with a dose of realism. They can work on accepting the limitations of the world and focusing on achievable goals and incremental progress, rather than striving for an idealistic vision that may be impossible to attain. It can also be helpful for INFPs to cultivate a sense of humility and empathy, recognizing that everyone has their own perspective and experiences, and that there are many ways to make a positive impact in the world. By working together with others and accepting imperfection, INFPs can build stronger relationships and have a greater impact on the world around them. These videos will be really helpful for you.